One, two, one, two, one, two. G Nice, what's the word?
Yo, yo, what's going on, people? Hey, another day, another dime, right?
There it is.
What's good
Man,
with you,
bald
man?
head nuts in the building. What's the word? Man,
Uh-huh.
chilling, chilling. Yeah, man, just been doing like a little bit of running today, trying to get some stuff together. Trying to figure this out, man. About to make this move, man. I'm gonna blow this camp in like September. So I'm trying to put some things together, man, and make like some positive, plays. Trying to figure out one, legal stuff that I gotta tie up these loose ends right here. But then, man, gonna
Mhm.
try to probably find like a part time gig or something, anything for the next few months, just to get a bag, just to keep, what I mean, putting money to the side. And I think about
I
September.
feel
I
that,
think I'm gonna go ahead and pull a Houdini. You dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna do the Houdini thing and disappear.
man.
Shit, what you got going on?
Hey, just the gig, running around, regular house stuff, taking care of that. Just finally being able to chill out for the evening. So it's good
Right,
for us to be able to get to this because I always look forward to this. Um,
right.
so what you got on the top of your head for today?
I got a few little things, man. I I got like some little stuff that but go ahead. What was you about to say?
No, I was
We
gonna
did
say,
what?
I know we talked earlier about the kid situation and touched on what you did,
Hey,
touched on your podcast from the other day and couldn't jump in there, but I was feeling it. I was feeling everything you were saying. It's crazy. It's
because you know why? Friday night before me and the family had went to go boat, and it's so crazy is because when I was downtown, that's the thing that was on my heart. Okay, so when I get out to the bowling alley with Randy and them, he in town from the ATL. I called my daughter Wizzy and I'm like, hey, listen, we all at the bowling alley. You know what I mean? You want to come out here and bowl? And she was like, no, Naja's not feeling good. I'm going to sit here with her. You know what I mean? And so
Mhm.
I had knew what happened Thursday, but I didn't know the depth of it. Just heard like, what was on the surface. And so it's like this, B. It's like when you talk to a person, if they killed the person, you did what I'm saying, you could tell it in their voice, man. I'm telling you, I rode with a killer before, and I know how their conversation is and how they nervous. And you don't just go blow somebody brains out, then all of a sudden you just in chill mode. I don't care who he
Right.
is. And so
Especially if
it's
they
like
staring at
when
you.
I
Especially
exactly,
if
you
they
didn't know,
like, yo, they about to hand you the hammer. Psh,
right.
Dang.
But at the end of the day, so when they called me the next day and they was just like, they trying to charge Wizzy with first degree murder. I'm like, This is a joke. Just cut it out, man. Like, come on, y'all. I
Yeah.
already know what this is about." So when I
Nah.
got down there, it was the detective, but I just think it was kind of crazy that we was just talking about the kids and how they growing up a little bit different with the respect, and then all of a sudden you move over here, and after you got done talking about your situation, the next day, man, shit, my situation. So it's like these kids, man, they something else, bro. I swear.
It, so I was thinking about this earlier. We try so hard to just move forward and be able to give them something a little bit different, but then sometimes it does them a disservice, right? And then you look at kids that are successful and are at it, saying have the drive and everything. They don't typically come from a lot of uh, wealthy families, right? They don't do shit. There's like you got like that middle part where people are just, but then over
Mhm.
there they just like, no, we just waiting on y'all to die. Um, that's how they are. Like, yo, we're the
Yeah.
trust fund in that. So,
Yep,
in,
exactly.
in a way, the kids, I can probably say ours, at least I can't speak for everyone, but they don't have the regular worries that they didn't have to grow up faster than they needed to, and they haven't just garnered that ability to go out and get it and be serious about it. So they see what we give them as being what we just supposed to do, right? So which is how
Mhm.
they'll, ask for something from you. You give them some money or sort something, and they are like, thank you. And then the minute they want to be grown, they like, nah, fuck that, fuck you. And you're like, that was just 2 weeks. It was just 2 weeks time period. Like, what changed?
Right.
Like, oh, now
Yeah.
you reckless? Now I gotta cut your ass off. And it's
Right,
just
but
like,
see,
nah.
I was in a barber shop. So on that note of what you saying though, and so it's like after I seen what the police was trying to do, I was like, the typical, okay, get everybody to tell on everybody, case closed. You know what I'm saying? Now you a witness to this. I'm gonna go get him and make him witness to that, and then now we got everybody together, and they sit back and they laughing at y'all. You dig what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Y'all just told on each other, and we got our case closed, and that's it. And
Makes
so
sense.
I went and I went and picked up my little clientele. I went and picked them back up. Like, man, come on, let me cut y'all hair. You dig what I'm saying? And so when I get them back down there, here she come. She come back down to the basement, and she comes down and she's smiling. Now she was like, I try to tell you, Dad, I didn't kill nobody. I was like, you ain't got to tell me that. It's like I don't know. Like you don't like I don't know you, or you
I'm
dig what I'm saying? Not
surprised.
saying that you might not be capable of it, but it's just like I know what was happening. And so then after she figured out that, you know what I mean, somebody else just got thrown up under the bus and they about to go pick him up. Now all of a sudden she got an attitude. So I'm like, okay, you didn't tell me about dude. I never heard about him. You know what I mean? This guy, this boyfriend that you with, and his play into all of this. Now I'm like, okay, so we got to talk. It ain't nothing to talk about. It ain't nothing to talk about. Like you said, like 3 weeks ago though, when we was out here going car hunting, or when I'm
Right.
picking you up, letting you
Right.
drive around the block so you can practice, or getting behind you while you drive to work to make sure you make. Okay, thank you, Dad. Love you. This and that. But now we ain't got nothing to talk about. Like, okay. You know what I mean? When my fists start talking to people,
Hey,
you dig what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because that's what I wanted to do. Like you being live in front of all these people down here. Don't make me
hey,
come up them steps behind you.
what mine had the nerve to tell me, you be doing too much, 100.
What?
I said,
Yeah, I done heard that. Like, you just be doing too much. You be doing the most.
it like,
Okay. Would it be doing too much if I choked your little ass out? What if I just, you know what I mean,
"Well, how about I
and
just go
took your
dark
throat?
for a little bit? How about give you some time to think about that? You know, if I'm doing too much, how about I just don't do nothing at this point? Because
Right.
you old enough to
Yeah.
talk crazy to be like that, then you old enough to get whatever you was expecting from me. So you go out there and see what it's
Yeah.
like in the world, and come
I'm
back
trying
and
to
see
tell you.
if I'm doing too much."
Right. I know that's right. Then it seems like every time you turn around and you need something, then it's cool. And I mean, I don't got no
Yeah,
problem with that. I feel like if I put you here on this earth and you my child, then yeah, this is what comes with the territory. But the disrespect, I'm not going for.
that's what I was gonna
I
say.
don't care.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm not
unnecessary.
going for the disrespect. Yeah, I'm not going for that. And like I try to tell them though too, I mean, you know how it was with us. We was in the streets and we wild out when we was like on Seven Deuce. But you notice how when we came through Natalie house, there was a level of
Mhm,
respect for Natalie.
mhm.
When we
Same
came
with
through here
Bump.
with Bernice and Horse, it's
Yep.
like, it's a level of respect. It's a, you
Mhm.
know what I mean? You chill out. You dig what I'm saying? And Natalie was even a little bit cooler because these guys over here was church. So we could be cool, but you still didn't say certain things in front of that. You know that this is the
Yeah.
lady of the house and you gonna respect that. And so these kids today, man, it's like you don't get that. They ain't got that respect, man. And so
I
it's
mean,
it's just wild.
if you had stood there and saw me say something crazy to Natalie, you gonna look at me and be like, "Dude, like,
Yeah.
that ain't hot, right? We growing up, that shit ain't
Right.
hot." You like, "Yo, you over there disrespect, man? Come on, man. Like,
No.
nah, we ain't with that. Cause see, we ain't coming over here
Mm-mm.
no more. Cause you be on some bullshit when you over here at your mama house
But
talking
yeah,
crazy."
and right, and there was a little leeway by kicking it with Dave in the basement and stuff like that. But even Dave, we know like when Natalie come through, you got to get it together. You dig what I'm saying? She's super cool, but you still got to, you know what I mean? You got to get it together. So,
Now,
and that's like both ways. Like I used to be like, man, there's a lot of things I didn't agree with that Bernice and Horace might have said, but not once am I about to tell him you doing the most, you doing too much. Like, yeah, right,
yeah, that's
man,
you. Especially if they
you're
did
right,
something for you, though. How do you
right,
operate like that with somebody who did something for you? It's crazy.
yeah.
And it's just
Uh,
recently too, what I'm saying? You done got
like three
brand
weeks
new
ago.
in less than a month. You got super brand new,
Right.
and you
What old
like,
boy said in the song, it was all good just a week ago.
"It
You
really
dig what
was,"
I'm
and they
saying?
like, "No, I
Like it
was a
was all
kid
good
then,
just a week ago.
but I'm grown
I'm
now."
trying to
You
tell
like,
you.
"But Imma be a kid
Right.
again in 2 weeks." Nah,
Yeah, you can't keep switching in and out on me though. You dig what I'm
no,
saying? If I can be
no.
father, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to be kid when it's your turn to be kid. But
Hey, I just
yeah,
wanna be grown.
I know one thing. Uh I was basically just I was trying to come to her and I was trying to tell her, why don't you get ready to try to, you know what I mean, like make a move, like get away from here, because this is the Quad Cities, man, and this is what one of the things that I'm trying to get her to understand. When it get hot around here, these little young kids and that city influence, and then what I mean, the drinking and the drugs and the
Yeah.
carrying the guns, man, people been getting shot like left and right, man. Somebody got shot down at Elks. Somebody got shot over at the little club Playmakers. Everything that they get, they clubs get shut down. Like they clubs
Well,
don't even last number like a couple of months, man.
I
You dig
told
what I'm
you
saying?
the
So
other
they,
day, I told you heat brings heat, right?
yeah.
And that's exactly what it is. Mainly, it's people being outside. Everybody out there
Hmm.
together, it's cold. People in the crib, ain't nobody got time for that shit. But when you get a bunch of motherfuckers outside and they kicking it and they out late shooting dice or just
Monkey
talking shit,
business
just anything
with
that
the
can get
smoking.
somebody shot,
You
they
dig
do
what
it.
I'm saying? Yeah,
Anything that gets
you
somebody
know what I
shot,
mean.
they out is going on out there, right?
And but listen, and here's the whole thing. What they don't be understanding is like you've been at it since the sun is up. We had them days where we done
Oh
started
yeah.
drinking from when the time the
Uh-huh.
sun come up, and it's like by the time the sun go down, boy, you like a
What do
werewolf
you
out
mean?
there in the streets. It's like
Look,
like you an
actually
animal out here.
actually never stopped. Was just waiting on
It
6
don't
AM.
for
Like,
real.
we
So you
got
can go
like
back.
20
So
minutes.
you see, like
So
we
we
got
get back
20
in it
minutes before we go cop again.
and show up
Hey,
deep as hell. And those
oh,
people getting there getting
oh
donuts and
man.
on their way to work, they looking at us with just disgust because we buying 30 packs.
Y'all getting a 30 pack of beer at this time in the morning, like at 6 a.m.? Like what? And so I
Oh,
think that's the thing. They don't be thinking that we know. Like they act like
right.
we don't know what it's like. Like it's like, fam,
True.
I've been there with you. You know what I mean? It's like, especially after 5 o'clock. It didn't get no worse after 5 o'clock. The
That's
five
bottom of the
o'clock
barrel,
had you
man.
out there, boy.
No, that's
I'm
bottom of the
trying to
barrel.
tell
No,
you.
I take that back. McCormick's. That's bottom of the
The
barrel.
McCormick's.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 o'clock
279.
is right there though too though. Cause
Oh, it's
boy,
all
it
horrible.
it,
It's
it
all
slayed
just
me.
gas.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm ruined.
Yeah. A whole liter costs $5. You dig what I'm saying? five
Hey,
dollars for a liter of that. Like, hold on,
hey,
let me get that. I'm
I'm
gonna get
not drinking anything else that come in a plastic bottle.
that.
That's unnecessary. There's a
and so
reason
and
why
so
they sell it in a
and so
plastic
listen,
bottle.
I'm at the liquor store today, right? I'm grabbing my mom some squares, and I see my man. He in front of me, man, and I looked at it. I looked at his two bottles, and I can't say it was McCormick's gin, but it was some cheap gin because it was in a plastic bottle. And then he had another one. He had Paul Masson and on the other choice. And I'm just looking at him like,
That's what
you
sent
did
you.
like I know what this environment is like.
Hey,
I
man,
already know
somebody
what the
getting
people in
shot.
the house is like. Yeah, whoever drink this, I can already look at your face. I kind of know what you wear. You dig
Oh
what I'm saying? I know how you
man,
sound. Like it's like, no,
no,
I ain't
that's a
nowhere in the world I'm coming over there to that set.
mm-mm.
Like
I ain't gonna
Jen
be
and
near
Paul
it.
Masson, like, boy,
I ain't
that's a
even a
disaster waiting to
I ain't
happen.
even really a fan
Straight
to
up.
be around where nobody even drinking hard. Like, let's we gotta do that early when it's
Yeah,
light. And you eating yet? You want to have a meal or something? Because you need to bring that down a little
right.
bit. You in here shots? Nope.
Yeah.
I don't want to be nowhere nobody doing shots. Nah.
Right.
Mm-mm.
And then we try to get smart with it though. Remember, we used to have to eat. Like, hold on, bro. We got to get this chicken. We got to do something. Got to put something on your stomach because we're gonna go hard in a minute. Like, you got to get prepped up. You dig what I'm saying? You got to get it together. Like, cause in a few minutes we're gonna go hard. Like anybody out
Dude.
there tap in? I ain't seen like nobody tap in. Like I see two
Oh,
on day. Hold on one second, man. You got your drink. I got to get mine.
yeah. Well, you handle your business.
Yeah. But yeah, man. And so I don't miss those days at all, G Nice. I swear I don't,
Nah,
man.
I mean,
It
I ain't
was
capable of it, man. I mean, we used to run hard, and man, I need hospice, man. I try to pull something like that, even like a six
yeah.
hour of what we used to pull, and that was, yeah, um, I
And
was,
the crazy thing about it though, right now, like you ain't got no grandkids.
as far as I know, and that's a
As far
real
as you know.
statement right there. Yeah, as far as I know,
Yeah,
I wait for the phone to ring every
yeah,
day and be like,
yeah.
You shit the bed on this one, though. There you go, dude. I tried to save you. I had the conversation like, yo, you say you want an apartment. You say you want a car. All right, how much the apartment cost? I don't know. Well, how you gonna pay for an apartment? And I'm gonna stay with old girl, and I'm like, do not knock her up. Do not do that, sir. And he's like, well, what do you say? Why wouldn't I? And I'm like, see, I'm like,
What?
that's what the
He
man
said,
said.
"Why wouldn't I?"
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what? I'm
Oh,
just like, all right. I explained to him the whole concept of child support and everything, and I'm just like, yo, you just determined to do it, man. If I told you anything, if I told you bananas taste like oranges, you would try to do it and try to argue differently to me, even though that would be a valid situation right there.
yeah. But see,
Yeah, I mean,
I had to,
no, mm,
go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, he's just determined to butt heads with me. Okay, I get it. You're 17, but again, like we were just discussing earlier, we didn't do the disrespect, right?
Right.
And even if we heard something, we put it in the back of our heads, right? I mean, we may go out and do what we want to do, but we weren't just overly ridiculous. I don't know.
Never.
These kids crazy, and
I
he ain't
always
playing.
did it like this, right? If if my mom said anything to me that I didn't like, at that present time, I would bite my tongue and just get out of her house.
That's
I
what you're
remember
supposed to
one
do.
time.
That's what you're supposed to do.
So one time, right? It was late night. We on Seven Deuce, man, and so she allowed me, Bucky, and Black to come into the crib.
Mhm.
So it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. So we like, man, we want to come in the house. So we in there shooting dice for Jolly Ranchers. And Bucky voice carry, he all loud, he's shooting dice and
Mhm.
he's saying this and that. And so Horse came to the door and was like, "Yeah, it's too late in the morning. Y'all get on up out of here with that foolishness." So she had just told us to come in. So at this present time, I'm trying to be slick. So I pushed the door shut on him, and we just kept on
Ooh.
doing what we doing.
Ooh.
So we kept on doing what we doing. So
Damn.
and about a minute to 2 minutes, he sent the goon in there. So listen, so listen. She kicks open the door. She's got a plunger stick. She got a plunger stick, and she said, "Didn't he just tell y'all to get out? Now get the hell out of here before I bust your goddamn head." I said, "What?" I said, "Hold on, you just told us to come here. I don't care what I told you. Get out of here like he told you before I bust your head." I said,
Oh.
"Oh, listen. Hey, you know
Hey,
what? We got on up and we exit." And I was just like, the only thing I turned back around is like, "Man, you the one that told us to come in here." That's all I can say. But I got on up out of there.
yeah, you
We
gotta
got
move
on up out
around.
of there and left the door. Like, man, she came in there with a stick, and it looked like a stick from that you just unscrew from the plunger, like the wooden stick, and was like, "If I bust your damn head." And I said, "Okay, I know, I know what time it is. It's time to go left." See, I told Wizzy to stop talking slick to me. "Well, if you put your hands on me, I'm gonna call the police on you."
Okay,
Listen,
well,
I already know how much time I'm gonna do. Like I told her, I
but
ain't about to
how's
do
that
nothing but
gonna
go
help
buy
you?
some.
How's
By the
that gonna
time they
help
get here, you're gonna be out. Yep, you're gonna be stretched out by the time they get here, though.
you? Mhm.
So when they get here, you're gonna be stretched out. And I'm gonna go get me some noodles and some honey buns, and I'm gonna go do push-ups and play spades for like about 48 hours. That's it. Gonna
No,
tell my
Imma let
parole
it
officer what happened,
hey, all
and it
you
is
gotta
what it
do is
is.
honestly, you can let it ride. Get their ass a week. They ain't going to court. They'll talk that shit. What's gonna happen is, like, mine is under. You end up in some kind of foster care. I knew somebody
I
from, Horizon Homes who pulled that shit on their parents.
right. Call the police on
Yeah, and, it didn't end well.
them.
It was a couple
See,
years of visiting and being like, "Damn," like, hang out for a little bit, then gotta go, and said mama was sitting back
mm-hmm,
like, "See, I told your dumb ass, and now look, you out here."
mm-hmm.
These kids, so that's another, issue with society. They've made it too easy for these kids to just jump out here. We talk about how they're not fully mentally developed at this point. And so I think they can come in and they can see a difference in a certain type of household, right? If
Right.
they were to come in there and they like, he beat me up. Did he though? For one, where is it? What did he do? Okay, so he took your arm, and that's your father, and you want him to go to jail for that. Does this
Yeah.
happen regularly? No, it does not. So you and your little fit of anger, of teen underdeveloped mind anger, are willing to do something
Right.
to your parent, the person you do depend on, because you're gonna need this person in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Thanks for coming to my TED talk.
but but yeah, I'm definitely trying to land me a TED talk. But listen to what I'm saying though.
All
Um,
right.
I think the difference that they got going on now with trying to threaten me with the police, maybe because she probably feel like, all right, you on parole. You know what I mean? That's the quickest way for you to go back to jail.
That's even
It's like,
worse.
but you talking to a person who just did 15. You think I won't go back for like a week or like 2 weeks? You think like this is something to me? Like it's like you ain't saying nothing. You know what I mean? And so, it's just really I wish that we wouldn't have to go there because when I came to the crib, the goal was how can you push your shorties to be great? You know what I'm saying? My goal as pops is like, I want to be cool with you, but at the end of the day, how can I motivate you to be the best you? You know what I mean? And that's all I'm trying to give you. If you can't see that, then you crazy. You dig what I'm saying? But their whole idea is like you said. What did she say one time? She was on Facebook. He doing too much. He's annoying. I was like, "Okay."
All
You know
right.
what I'm saying? That's how you wanna talk?
Allow me
I
not
mean,
to annoy you.
she almost had Noob on her top. Noob called her, but see, here go Noob
Hey,
problem. Noob wanna talk slick to me, but then Noob be ready to beat her up though, like, "You ain't finna talk to my dad like that." It's like, they crazy, man. I swear they
yeah,
crazy.
man.
But
It's
it was crazy though that your son and the boy birthday is on the same day. I did not know that. The 24th of
yeah.
April.
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
Every year. Every year. And
You said that like that was dreadful. Like every year on the 24th, like I got to
Nah,
be reminded that he's another year, or I got to be reminded that my son is here.
I mean, hey, I remember that like clockwork.
I hear
Yeah,
you.
when I say every year, it's watching the transition they make from when they completely need you for every single thing up until where they can move around a little bit, on their own and spend some time in the baby cage or whatnot. But they happy to see you, right? And then you get a little bit
Right.
older, and then it starts to change. And then as they move through, and next thing you get to the teen years,
Go ahead.
uh,
No, I was just checking this on the thing.
oh, okay, yeah.
No,
So
I'm gonna kind of
then
see
they
where
don't
your
want to
bro with
listen to
this.
you. Yeah. So that's why I'm just looking back on
Right.
the years
Yeah.
like, damn.
Mm-hmm. And then it ain't a big thing to me though because like I said, I'm getting ready to make this move. And so you grown now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You 19, Noob is 30, the boy is like 30. I can give you what I can give you, but other than that, I can also accept it like I gotta man, listen, I'm about to be 50 next year. You know what I mean? I'm finna live my life, man. I'm finna, you know what I mean? I'm finna really about to, try to take these last 10 years and run it up, you know.
Hey,
I be watching like a lot of few little things, man, about when I be doing the tomorrow, I'm gonna be doing the love versus hate and the keys to make like a great woman. So I was on there like last week and I got a lot of feedback. And sometimes, I be wishing that people would pop up. But if you had to like paraphrase it, give me like 5 examples of what you think a real man is.
securing himself,
Mm.
self-sufficient, progress
Give me an
oriented.
example of example of self-sufficient.
Can he cook?
Right.
Does he know how to
Give me
wash
one.
clothes? Does he know how to clean the house? Um,
Okay.
those are a lot of things, yeah, that are important, and that's what we need to teach our boys. And I'm a big proponent
Okay.
of that.
What was the first one that you said? The second one was self-sufficient. What was the first one?
Securing himself.
Okay. Yep. I got it. Same thing. And it's gonna be funny when I tell you the list back. Okay. All right. Secure. Self-sufficient. Give me another. Give me three more.
Working in a having an ability to work on a partnership for prosperity, right? And knowing that sometimes it fluctuates, right? Um, that kind of
Right.
goes with ego too, you know. Um, shoot, we've had points where, she was up on me and we would just joke about it, maybe just a few thousand or whatever, and it's like a healthy competition and whatnot on that one.
Right.
So, but a lot of dudes can't handle that. A lot of dudes could never handle a woman making more money than them because,
Right.
yeah, so they're not willing to do that give and take, and then it becomes this concept where it's a true battle, and that's not good. So that's not a partnership. All the money comes in the house, so everybody should be good with that.
Somebody from Facebook, a Facebook user
Mhm.
said protector, provider, leader, patient, and understanding. Okay, we're gonna hold them on cue, but keep going. So you got
Well,
self-sufficient, you got secure, and then you said capable of being in a partnership, right? Is that basically what you were saying?
yeah, yeah. I do agree with the last one being the leader. Some people will probably hate me when I say that. Well, maybe I'm not going to say this because I'm just going to speak on my experience in it. I'm very logical, right? I'm just ones and zeros. So I'm going to look at anything in the easiest way to accomplish the goal. I'm going to make sure thing stays on track. So I would put that in that category, like they said, with leader, and that rounds up my five.
Okay, yeah, and it's funny that you said that because when she got to talking, you know what I mean. I listen to her like sometimes. I just got turned on to her, and this was just like a few days ago. I was checking her out, but now listen to this. The first one that she says that ladies look at when they want to see a real man is the number one thing that you just said. You said securing himself. She says confidence. You dig what I'm saying? Not the arrogance, not the the cocky guy, but confidence. And then you kind of wrapped up everything that she kind of put up under confidence because she says he's got to know who he is. He has an opinion, and where do you stand in life, and then your capabilities. You know what I mean? And I was like, you know what? That's super dope. I had to take my hat off to her on that one because, you know, as a man, when you get involved with somebody and you bring something to the table, it's like you gotta have confidence. You know what I mean? I was just telling them on the thing. It's like it ain't nowhere in the world I can't have confidence in myself and then step out and try to do a podcast or do anything, any type of public speaking.
Yeah.
I ain't even got confidence in myself. Ain't nobody else gonna believe you. You know what I'm saying? Why she gonna be with a guy that ain't got not a lick of confidence? You dig what I'm saying? And I think he's got to be definitely self-sufficient. Which still kind of falls up under there where you got to be able to be capable to like split some of these things that's going on in the house. Like say for instance, I hollered at you the other day and you was like, "Oh, I'm just getting dinner ready." And it's like something. I just went to the grocery store, ran into Cold Key, and he was with his daughter, and he was like, "Man, sure, I ain't doing nothing. I'm getting ready to put dinner together." And I'm like, I got a bag of. I'm getting ready to go put dinner together. Like it's like even though you a man, it's like man, you got to know how to go put dinner together. It's like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Listen, let's eat. You dig what I'm saying? You got to know how to do that. You dig what I'm saying? And I think that's cool. The leadership thing. She says qualified the leadership qualities, not bossy, but takes the lead in life, making things happen. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, that's dope. Because if you're gonna be with a person, you know what I mean, and you the man, you got to be able to know how to run your household, fam. You can't have no house if you can't run your household. You know what I'm saying? Your kids run over you, or they doing this and that, or your whole domain is just chaotic and unpeaceful. You know what I mean? I done been to places and it's just like, fam, I don't even know what's going on over here. You know what I'm saying? And so if you ain't got them leadership qualities, I think that you losing.
Or you just start
Another one
throwing
that you
shit
talked
away.
about, yeah. Or you
I
did.
throw shit away.
What you mean by that?
I Some common areas are supposed to look like just like nobody has been in that area, right? You leave your shit out here in the common
Right.
area. Hey, I'll say something to you once, and I'm done doing that now. Um, so you leave it out in the common area. I'm assuming you don't want it.
So you gonna throw their stuff away, throw their stuff in the trash.
Oh, shit! I fit their ass off. They know. Nate knew.
Mhm.
The oldest girl knew. The youngest one, she ain't quite getting it. I don't understand. I don't know. She needs some oil on her wheels or whatnot. But
What the? All right, all right. So what do you think about this one, man? What about bravery? Um, if he call himself a real man, he's got to be willing to face his fears. Not so much as bravery, she was saying, and not like okay, in a heroic situation, which that means bravery too. But being brave enough to step outside of your comfort zone and being courageous, like saying, okay, I'm gonna take this new job or I'm gonna go do this and that. You dig what I'm saying?
yeah,
What does that mean? That makes sense.
yeah. As well as you can add in there, we talked about the mental health and stuff like that. It's being brave when they acknowledge that they need to do something. Being able to step back and say, "All right, I need to go check on it." I mean, that's bravery as well.
Hmm.
But yeah, the other two that you listed, they apply for sure.
Yeah. So then she says, being able to say no. She was like, sometimes the person could be too nice, what I mean, in a
Oh, I don't know.
relationship, thinking that if
I don't know
yeah, I
anybody
know
like
I'm definitely yeah, yeah. I listen.
Who are these people you speak
If
of?
I don't agree, I don't agree. Yeah, listen, if I don't agree, I don't agree. You dig what I'm saying? Like
You don't know
I'm not
anybody
gonna
like
agree with
that?
I'm not a yes sir
Yeah,
man.
nah, I don't even know people like that. Uh,
Yeah, I don't know a
nah,
yes sir man. You dig what I'm
yeah, I
saying? Or
don't.
yes,
Mm-mm.
to everything. You know what I mean? Like, no,
Yeah, I don't know a
it's
man.
like if I don't agree with it, I don't agree with it.
Nah, and you should be
She
able to
said on a
speak your
sense of
piece.
right, but she says being able to say no and not just trying to dodge conflict, thinking that okay, if you show them that you agree with them, that you're compatible to them. Hold on, here come Nicole. She got something to
Nicole.
say. Yeah, emotionally available, speaking life into his woman. Hold on. Okay, so what are you saying, Nicole? On what part? Because we are talking about what was we talking about? Not being a. What we saying is
Not
being
being.
able to say no.
Yeah, yeah.
Like being able to say, okay, yeah, I'm just not going to agree with you just because I'm trying to dodge conflict or I'm trying to make you feel like I'm compatible with you.
I don't even
I'm not
understand
going.
what
I'm
that
not going
is.
to say that. Yeah, being what? What is?
She said, "I
Say it.
didn't mean this." Huh?
I didn't mean to send. Oh Lord. Okay, so now you done sent it, and I done posted it to the whole world. To
It's
the
all
whole
right.
world, Craig.
It's all
The
good.
whole the whole world see it. But listen, it's like being too nice, trying to dodge conflict, agreeing with somebody that makes you compatible. All right. So what about this? And I think you kind of talked about this one just now. Resolve, and she used it not as in resolving issues, but resolve as being dedicated or committed to do what you're supposed to do in life, whether it's values or core beliefs, saying like, okay, I know I'm dealing with mental health issues. Let me go handle that. You dig what I'm saying? Or if you feel like I I got a weed habit. This is costing us too much money. Can you be resolved? Can you be dedicated or committed to my family to say, we got to kill one of these habits? You dig what I'm saying? If you, especially if you can't support that habit, you dig what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. I feel that.
Yeah. So, and she says that, and it's always kind of cool to see what like women think about men and
Oh,
what you value as a man or what you think a real man is. But I really feel like some of those hit the list, and you could take them for what they worth, or you can either like build on them and take them from like a different
for
part
sure.
because
No, I think they're
also
all
be
valid. I think they're all valid.
yeah,
So,
they definitely valid. And because she says the reason why she was talking like this is she says because being a real man helps a woman not go into um she says A woman likes to be in attraction mode, attracted to her man, instead of going into mommy mode, feeling like she got to
Oh,
take care of stuff. You dig what I'm saying?
yeah. No, I mean,
So that's why she said, when she's dealing with a man, it's really good that a man steps up. She wants to be
well,
attracted to a real man instead of dealing with a man and feeling like, okay, well, you missing the beat over here, you missing a beat over here, and now I got to come over here and clean your mess up. You dig what I'm saying?
I think that is one of the benefits of us being, one of those generations where we were taught all that, right? I mean, your clothes, your wash, and you get on in here, you need to cook, you need to learn how to cook, and you're gonna clean them, wash those damn baseboards later on this evening. So we were given all those skills, which allows us not to fall in that. I mean, I've always said, I mean, even with mine, don't send a child out there to be somebody else's problem.
Right.
When they get grown, if you haven't taught them the basic skills, now they somebody else's issue.
Hmm. I believe that. I definitely agree with that because I'm gonna tell you something. When you go to prison, you can honestly see people who just ain't ready for life. Because the scariest prison, might be appear to be on TV or on camera. Okay, yeah, there is some politics behind the walls, and there's some things that that they doing, like saying, for instance, like when you get in there, checking paperwork, making sure this is going on, who you with, what set you with, what you claim. So yes, a lot of politics like that. But then after you get into a routine, prison ain't nothing but like a camp for
Mhm.
grown men. So now what do you got? Do you got the tools to be a grown man? You know what I mean? Because it's gonna come out. Because working that little job, it's only gonna pay you a certain amount. You see the kids that's rich because they family keep their books. You know what I'm saying? They rich.
Right,
You see what they doing. But then again, if your family ain't rich and you know what I mean, do you got a hustle going on about yourself?
right.
I like my man SP. He jumps on here sometimes and I cut his hair. My man is from Chicago, man. The dude was something else. Like we in the joint and he would literally take his MP3 player and rent it out to people for the night just so they can listen to music. He would take magazines that he had and he would rent you out his magazines. The man used to throw basketball
Hey,
tournaments on in the park, and before you know it, the COs knew what he was doing, but they couldn't say nothing to him because all his events was organized well. There was
mhm,
no fighting, there was no changing, exchanging property in front of the police face. So you can never know. You got people moving with duffel bags full of like commissary, and it's just like when you see people, you can like, okay, fam, a hustler, you a loser. You out there, you was in the streets, you wasn't getting no money. You see them gambling on the tables, still need money to pay people back, or running around borrowing the soup. I used to be like, fam, if you ain't got a soup, you ain't got a man
mm.
back in a
Say
joint when
not
you
a
get
not
the
a
regular
soup, huh?
soups. Like
I thought you
you,
said
you
suit
you
at
ain't got a
first.
30-cent soup, no a soup or
I know,
ramen
I
noodle
get you
soup.
now. I get you.
like if you ain't got a ramen noodle soup. I remember one time, little fam used to we had this guy that used to talk on the phone all the time. Every time we hit the yard, little homie be on the phones talking to his chick. And,
Mhm.
and he came and he asked like Baby C, can he get like a few like little commissary items? And Baby C said, man, you just he said you just number five got them for you. He was like number five. He was like when you push number five, they accepted your call. He was like that's where your commissary went to. They the one got your commissary. Go ask number five. I said, oh man, it's crazy man, but it be
Damn.
like that though. And so I said all of that to say this. It's just like that makes a lot of sense. If you don't give your kids what they need in the house, if you don't teach them right, they become somebody else's problem. I don't care if they the state of the Department of Corrections. If you in there, you still a problem. If you ain't got it from home and you ain't got it together, you a problem out here on these streets. You're a
Mhm.
problem in, you know what I mean? You just
Mhm.
a problem all around the board, man. So it's like, I think
Hell, even if I'm talking about even
that's
with
too hard to go through.
relationships, you still a problem, right? So they go and get with
Yeah,
somebody, and I mean, and we're talking about the men, so we're talking about the boys and the sons. Uh, they go get in a relationship, and they don't bring nothing to the table if they haven't been taught that, right? So now
right.
he's become her problem, and she got to go
Hmm.
behind him and do all the stuff, and is not able to be a complete down the middle partner because she's
Right.
doing the majority of the work, right? He may go to
And I think
work.
that's why she was saying, she said, she leaves from attraction mode into mommy mode. So instead of
Yeah.
her being attracted to you, now she's got to turn into mommy mode. Like now I got to pick up
Mhm.
this slack over here. I got to, and
Exactly.
women got that in them. They got that nurturer in them. They always quick to do that. The ones that's got a minute. I think it's in all of them. But I get what she was trying to say. So it's like I don't think Overstreet said something that was so cool the other day. He was like, don't jump into no relationship with nobody if you ain't got you together. If you a mess, you dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna make your mess somebody else's mess. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like
Right.
that's toxicity. You dig what I'm saying? It's like that don't even make sense. It's for real,
Every
for real.
um together is, I think it's a subjective thing. Let's talk about that. What do people consider together? What would you say
Okay.
together looks
All
like?
right, but we got to be able to break it down. Are we just girlfriend, boyfriend, or is it just friends, or are we married?
Well, you said
What category?
don't get in a relationship unless you
Okay,
get
so
yourself
okay,
together.
starting a friendship.
Right.
All right, yeah.
So I'm
So
saying from that
what
point.
I mean, what I mean together is trying to figure out, all right, when you dating somebody, you trying to figure out, okay, are we compatible? Do we like, different things about each other that, okay, if this was to turn into a long-term relationship, you I can work this out with you. Like I can win this race with you. And when I
I,
look at a female friend, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
wait,
I'm trying to figure out,
I think we
can
lost.
me and you win the race?
No, that wasn't what we were on.
You said together. What is together?
Saying don't get in a
A
relationship
relationship,
unless you have
unless you
yourself together.
exactly. So okay, so listen, this is what I'm saying. So when I do a friendship or when I'm trying to be into a
Okay.
relationship, those are some of the things that I'm trying to do. When I get with a woman, I'm in my 40s. I'm trying to go for forever, ever. You dig what I'm saying? I want to. I'm
Yeah.
trying to win. I ain't just do. We ain't doing it like we're young no
No,
more. Like
no,
okay, we
anybody
over
got time
here.
for all that.
You dig what I'm saying? And then we done. Like no,
Yeah.
don't waste my time. So if I'm gonna try to be together with this person, I before I can try to say me and you can go this far or this far, I gotta know for sure that I'm able to go anywhere. You dig what I'm saying? Am I capable of, what I mean, being able to hold a conversation, being able to, my temper in check. You dig what I'm saying? One of the things, like you said, am I secure with myself? Do I have the
Okay.
capabilities to lead? You dig what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And am I cool with who I am? Can I be able to
Truth.
bring something to the table? I gotta be able to bring something to the table. I feel like in order to make me right, in order to be able to be compatible with somebody, I got to make her life better. If I can't make her life better, then
Mhm.
what am I doing?
Truth. Hey,
Okay, so what you said?
what do I say?
Yeah.
I'm
If I
asking you
say,
the
if
question.
so, you saying like what's together,
Oh,
but
I
I'm
didn't
saying you
say I
saying
had
okay, be
anything to
together.
say. I was just asking you the question.
But I'm saying, what do you think about this about the question? Do you feel like you need to be together before you try to pull something off with a person? And what is together for you?
That was the initial question right there. What is together for you? You took it to the whole other area, and I tried to bring you
I
back
had to
on the
break down.
track.
I had to give you the backdrop. I had to give you the
Well, but then,
backdrop
but see,
of
you cut across the field and started running backwards on it. No, I don't even know.
together is okay. In a
That wasn't what we
nutshell,
were talking about.
being together with a being together means I me and you about to win. I choose
You're
you as my
still not
partner to
understanding
run
what
life.
I'm so you
You said
just
what is together?
no. Having yourself together is what we were discussing.
Okay, so then
Well,
I said,
this
well,
is
having myself together just mean
but that
I
didn't
thought you was talking about being together with a woman, like
oh
together. What does me
man, I
being
tried
together
to
mean?
circle back from that earlier and you still took it back over there to that yard.
So you saying what does it mean for me to be together?
Yes. So you said
I was
earlier,
commenting on Leonard Overstreet. Overstreet said,
right?
I think before you get in a relationship with somebody, you should have yourself together before
There
you
we
try to
go.
be together.
There we go.
So
That's what
now,
I was talking about. That was it. That
okay.
little portion right
All right.
there.
Well, you didn't
Not
why
I
didn't you
did.
say
I
that then?
tried to circle you back
No,
and you
not
still
really.
was like,
All right.
"Nah." You're like, "Nope,
I
nope."
thought you was talking about being together with somebody. What does
I
that mean
I
together? Because that's
no.
together too.
I didn't ask that though because that. not
I'm just
relevant
saying
to
that's
what we were
together.
discussing. Well,
But
I
but
guess.
listen, you sit up there and you let me say, okay, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife,
That's
or
when I
just friend, and
stopped
you
you,
didn't
though.
stop me.
I
You,
did
what
stop you,
did you
sir.
say?
I was like, "Wait, wait, wait, I think you not clear on what what we were discussing or what the question was." And then you were like, "Yeah."
Okay, Jody Lynn, hold on. Let's listen to what she just said real quick, and then I think I know what you're saying now. Hold on, what happened over here? All right, Jody Lynn says together to me means having yourself right, having your life in order.
But
Okay,
see,
so Jody
that's a
Lynn, let me ask you.
very but that's a generic
Yeah.
answer because what we're asking about is what things are involved with that being the case, right? So,
Okay,
what does it
but
look
let's
like
talk
if
about the
you
real
have
man.
your life in order, right? What does that
But
look
okay,
like?
well then let's look at it like this. Then what did they say about the what makes a real man? So being a
Right.
real man, like you said, he has to be secure about himself. So he has to be able to have a dedicated commitment to finish a goal and to handle things that he knows that he has to do, whether it's health situations. You might have health complications. Are you taking your pills? Are you working out? Are you eating healthy? Um, Let me see, what else was we saying? Um, is he got leadership qualities? You dig what I'm saying? Can he, you dig, also be able to like cook clean, you know what I mean, and bring something to the table? Confidence in himself, bravery, facing his fears, just being complete like in who you are, knowing who you are, where you trying to go in life. You got goals set for your life and you on a mission. You dig what I'm saying? I don't think when I say together in that sense, since you talking about like that, I think to have it together. When a woman meets me, I don't mind if she's more financially stable than me. I'm a little bit behind schedule. I can respect that. But guess what I am? I do got goals. You dig what I'm saying? I got the barbershop working. I got the public
Mhm.
speaking working. You know what I mean? We could do the nightgowns. We can do the drawing. If nothing else, I'll go out and go get a part-time job. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be broke. That's for sure. So I'm definitely gonna be able to bring something to the table on a financial level. I think that you got to have a good conversation. I think that you got to be able to stimulate a woman's mind. You dig what I'm saying? You just can't jump into bed and just think, sex is going to get it. Can we have a cool conversation?
You need
You said
conversation
something, I think
everywhere.
maybe,
Go ahead.
but you said something I want to say like Monday, something about do she read books? Can we talk about multiple things? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Can we laugh together? You dig what I'm saying? And so I think by me having myself together is just knowing, being honest with myself, saying, okay, if I do got these issues, I'm working on getting them to better. You know, I am confident in myself. I do got goals. I do feel like if I get with you, I got some qualities that can make your life better. I think like that's together. And so, but I thought
Alright.
we had answered that when we said what was
Well,
a
you
real man.
did,
So
but
what is
we said we were talking about something
what
else,
is
and then you
together
went
to
back
you?
to the
A
other one,
drug dealer with
and
a
now we
pistol?
back. Who?
A drug dealer with a pistol? Is he together? You
I
dig
have
what I'm
no
saying? When
idea.
he
Let me
pop
know
up
when
your
you see one.
life.
I don't have no idea. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yeah,
Now,
but I
like,
was
I
just
mean,
saying,
I
yeah,
don't know. 25 years ago, it would be a drug dealer with a pistol, but he better have some dump, right?
right.
He pulled through that motherfucker, goddamn it, beating up the block. People in the back seat deaf. Like, music so damn loud, you be
Okay.
like, God damn it, that shit hurt.
So listen, did you see what
Mm,
Nicole said? She said one, she
I
says
saw.
mental, physical, spiritual
Yes,
health
I
and
see
factors.
it.
But what is demisexual? What does that mean? Demisexual?
I
What
mean,
does
you
that
have
mean?
to Google, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't got the time. I don't want. Okay,
Oh.
never mind. Hey Siri, what is demisexual?
Demisexual people only feel sexually attracted to someone when they have an emotional bond with the person.
There it is.
Okay.
Okay, so Nicole says she's only feeling a sexual attraction with a person when she has uh like a bond, like not just a sexual bond, like an attraction mentally.
So,
I
whether
think that makes sense.
yeah, so, Jolie just jumped back in talking about, gotta have your financials, beliefs, goals, alright, you gotta know where
Yeah,
you're
the
going,
financial beliefs
but
goals. You got to know where you're going, what you want, focused and
well,
never willing to give up. Want a significant other, but not need them. Okay, but I think you
absolutely,
said that, Janice,
I
when you said
yeah,
self-sufficient, saying
yeah,
that. Okay, it's cool to have you, but even if I didn't have you, I'm good. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You gotta be like that.
Well, don't sit in the wagon, right? And that's what I always say. I don't need anybody sitting in the wagon. Either help push it or help pull it, but nobody sits in the wagon.
Okay, so Nicole, let me just ask you a question real quick. Are you gonna keep just throwing different types of sexual words up there that I gotta keep Googling, or what is sapiosexual? Do you know the
She,
definition of that?
she's going through the
You going?
wiki different, the
What are you
wiki
doing,
of
Nicole?
different things
Hey
that you could
Siri,
be.
what is sapiosexual?
Here's what I found from mindbodygreen.com. A sapiosexual is someone who finds intelligence sexually attractive or arousing
Oh,
and is attracted to intelligent people.
Oh,
yeah.
intelligent,
Well,
attracted to intelligent people. So she said, "This is me for
uh,
real, for real. People
oh,
that's
hey,
smart."
I'm not doubting you. I'm not down
Right.
you at all. I appreciate the information. I learned something today. I
Yeah.
try to learn something all day long, every day. So
Right.
you have
And you,
educated
yeah,
me for
there it
this.
is.
Yeah, for this point, and I'm gonna go back and just go back down this rabbit hole that I was on about um, different ways to cook squirrels. And for like, you know, squirrel meat.
Man, ain't nobody cooking no damn squirrel meat, man. What's
You ain't
wrong with
never
you?
had
All right,
squirrel
let me ask you
before?
this.
You ain't never had squirrel
Yeah,
before.
I've had it, but
Then what you
it ain't no
talking
different
about?
ways to cook it. You gonna fry it, or either you gonna put gravy with it, one of
Stew?
the two, and it's gonna go with some rice, and
So
that's
what I'm
it.
saying
Who
is you
eat
just listed 4 different ways to cook squirrel. So what are you talking about?
right,
So there are ways. And I'm using different
right.
utensils. I want to use my Instapot, or air fryer or my sous vide. You know, I'll be sous vide too. So
Let me ask you this, because you notice how when you always ask the woman a question on where they feel like a man should be, and basically, I was just writing down what she said just to bring it to the table because that way we can speak about. They say that that's what they attracted to in a man. So most of the things that you named off and some of the things that I named off, that's what makes a woman attracted to a man. Have you ever met a woman that you was intimidated by? That she was so fly, or she had such of a status, or maybe, you know what I mean, people might have looked at her a certain way where you was ever intimidated to holler at her?
no. Um, and based on the nature of my industry, I've dealt with a lot of very strong-willed, take charge, high up women, right? So what I'm looking for is a little bit different. You can't just get that in one conversation, right? And you damn sure, yeah, you would know that. Okay, you wouldn't gonna approach somebody. You know, I have dudes that used to work. You're not just gonna approach somebody like that.
Right.
Just, I mean, that's a mixer type situation or something like that. Um, but no, I mean, even going back, man, even when we were younger, I mean, that
Right.
wasn't it. And I'm talking
But
about
let me ask you
17,
this, and
18.
I
I'm
think
not
the
talking
reason why
about
I said it,
25, 26.
yeah,
Yeah.
but the reason why I said though, because have you ever noticed that sometimes women look down on certain men and be like, you know what I mean, like he ain't on my level to talk to me. But then again, I've I've never looked down on a woman and been like, you know what I mean, she ain't on my level to talk to me. Now, I do know that if you got a little bit of background, a little bit of a history for like foolishness or messiness, or
Mhm.
you just sleeping around or something, you know what I mean? You ain't finna be my girl. You dig what I'm saying? You finna bring that into my life. You dig what I'm saying? But I don't think that men kind of like look down like, oh shorty, you ain't on my level. But women can have the tendency to say, okay, well, he got to have this. He got to be driving this. His bank account better be. You know what I mean? They got all of these X's and O's that they gotta scratch off and dot. I just wanted to
Yeah.
know, like, cause I
Well,
mean, I've I've always been confident though, B.
and
I ain't
that's what I'm
never seen
saying.
nobody where I felt like like who are you? Like who do you you know what I mean?
Look,
Like
I mean,
not in a
before,
disrespectful manner,
right.
but it's like yeah,
Well, when we were, wow, wow, it wasn't even, you weren't looking at anybody who was outside of that, because where are we gonna meet the people in Davenport, Iowa? Where were you gonna meet
Right.
upscale women? And were we even ready for that? We weren't ready for that. And when I started traveling, like towards my late 20s, it was eye opening. Like, okay, we can see strong women out here. These ain't the women you're gonna see at the club. You might see them at a upscale martini bar, and they have people that they tell what to do, right? Who
Right.
have people that they tell what to do. So even then, though, I wouldn't say I wasn't intimidated. I mean, we always feel like we got the
Right.
mouthpieces, right? If you can get in, if all those qualities you just said, um, and mainly the one to be able to hold a conversation, right?
Hmm.
If you are able to have a sense of humor, that's important. You got to be able
Yeah, that
to
is.
dish out, and you got to be able to take a joke, right? Everybody
Yep.
can't take a joke and they get all pissy and whatnot, but it's cool. You be able to have the banner and everything, and that everything else will work itself out at that point. Now you'll figure out if you compatible or not, but you've already established that you don't hate being in this person's presence. From there, it's
Right.
uphill.
Okay. So let me just throw that question out there for any ladies that's on deck that might be watching the podcast. Do you feel like when you look at a man, you can just look at him and be like, okay, he's not on my level. You know what I mean? Because I wonder about that. You know what I mean? Like sometimes people, you see the way that they move and groove, or maybe because they drive a certain car, they need this person to be, because you just said that though too. Like, I wouldn't mind being in a relationship if you make more money than me. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna salute you. Get that
Absolutely.
bread. You dig what I'm saying? Because when we together, that's
Absolutely.
us. You dig what I'm
It's
saying? And
house
what I
money.
got is us.
It's house
Yeah,
money.
for real.
So
Like,
why
what? You
people
mean you
beefing
made a
about it?
hundred?
It all
Like,
comes.
you made 100 this year? Man, next year go for two. Like, what are we doing? How can we get to 200? You dig what I'm saying? Like,
Uh,
it is what it is. But I think sense of humor is super important. I think we always
it's
had that.
so
That was one
yeah,
of us because we was clowns and we
absolutely,
was always
absolutely.
silly. You dig what I'm
You
saying? And
can't
so
be
being able to
typically
laugh.
you couldn't grow up in the '80s and be soft. Motherfuckers will ride your ass if you let up one time, hey, and that whole circle around
Man,
there, and people just going at it, and whoever get the most
yeah.
laughter, right? I mean, you want
Yep.
it. You be like, motherfucker, no, he didn't get me.
Right.
That
And so that used to be me. I used to be the one that used to be on the bus, man. Like I used to kill them on the bus, man. And with the little guys, we gotta have something. You dig what I'm saying? You gotta be able to get
right.
down on them. Like, okay, I gotta be able to roast you, boy. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I used to get out on them. But
Hey, I'm
yeah,
gonna tell you the one day that changed it forever for me. We were out there on 42nd, and we were going. It was me and Iman back and forth, right? We got the whole circle and everything. And he was like, he said, "Why don't you go call 1-800? Where's my dad?" I was
damn.
that was savage right there, and I was like,
And
"Motherfucker!" Like, yeah, and that changed. I'm like, "I'll never lose out here again." I'll tell you what. And
hey,
to
and
this day,
Iman was a roaster
oh
though. So
no,
yeah,
he don't do it with
yeah,
me
he
no
was a
more. He
clown.
no, he don't do it with me no more.
Right,
He back down because I'm like, I'm all over your
right,
head every time I talk to you, sir. Tell me that
right.
dumbass shit. Disrespectful.
Yeah, me and Stanley used to go at it too, man. Me and Fishgill used to go at it, man. But that was the days. So let me ask you this:
I
what is
love
a top notch woman to you?
goal
Somebody that
oriented.
really like, what I mean, you
No,
really impressed with.
somebody who is achieving the dreams or even thinking outside of what they have. I don't do complacency. That's not how I move. Um, you got to be able to do the things that, like we discuss. You get a lot of chicks that are very, very successful who don't know how to do the regular things. Never had to do it. So that is a requirement. I mean, you couldn't have somebody that you hate looking at. So that's it. But I mean, it's not always going to be that, right? You got to be able to,
I
you can grow it. So it's not the most important thing, but the mind is the important thing. Everybody, grow together, right? And just say,
yeah.
hey. But if you could sit next to somebody and have that rapport, you went in there. Um,
Hmm.
and the drive. That's what I'm going with.
I know because
You know,
but
that's
me
sexy as
and my
hell.
walk. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that one. Now, with me, where I'm at with my belief, I need her to love God, but on that business minded level, you dig what I'm saying? I want her to be able to go put on some tennis shoes and go bowling, but then again, be able to throw on some heels and hit a business room. You know what I mean? To
So
be
what
able to
if
be
you
in any type of room.
so what if you were somewhere and you met a chick that you really felt had a connection with and it didn't become a discussion for a little bit and she was atheist? How would you feel about that? Would you not deal with her? Would you be
Um,
religion racist?
but okay, so you try to say, would you go on without talking to her where it never came up?
You gonna
I
ask that right
always
out the
ask the
gate?
question.
Right out the
I
gate, you
always
are?
ask the question. No, 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 no. What I do if we start speaking to each other, the one thing I will ask her is like, how does she feel about God? And then if she
I
give me her
mean,
opinion, then that way I'll know. Yeah.
but so if everything else was in place and that was the one
Hmm.
thing, you would be like, nah.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker
Mm,
for me.
ok- Okay.
Yeah, it's
Nah.
definitely a deal breaker.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't going. Yeah, I ain't going. I don't want that around me. You know what I mean? No, because I pray a lot. You dig what I'm saying? Then she ain't gonna know what I'm doing. I'm over here reading the Bible. She, you know what I mean? She don't believe. Like, man, that'll probably start an argument. I'm good. You know?
You're correct
Yeah.
though. That wouldn't work because she'd be
Yeah.
like what?
Yeah.
Like,
Like, where you going? Like, I'm getting ready to go to church. What you finna do? Like, what you just lay around all day?
yeah,
Get
I'm
up
be
and
here
do
chilling.
something. No, ain't no chill. I'm going to serve the Lord. What you gonna do with your day? You dig what
Like
I'm saying?
whatever the
I'm
hell
from
I
on up.
choose.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be like listen, I'm gonna be like Bernie's the horse. Like if you ain't going to church in here, you gotta go. Like remember when they used to put me out
Yeah.
like on Saturdays? If you come in here on Saturday nights, you got to go to church on
Nah,
Sunday morning. You don't
hey,
go to church, you got to find you a
hey.
ride.
Saturday night, you just dip in real quick and grab a change. It's like we back out because you got to. If you stay
Got
there
to
at
stay
night,
out
you
because I
got you
can't
got to
spend a
go to
night
church.
there.
Nah, because you got to go to
Yeah,
church the next morning. Well, I mean,
right.
hell, if that's your deal breaker, man, I applaud you for standing
Yeah,
on it.
that's a deal breaker. But on a top notch level, I say I do like a person with like a good conversation, and I like a person that can crack a joke too. You know what I mean? Because laughter is cool in a relationship.
Of
When you
course.
able to laugh with each other and play, it's like man, it just makes time go. It's like it's fun.
If you don't laugh 10
Let me ask
times
you
a day,
this.
you're doing it wrong. You know? I
Exactly.
mean,
I figure out a way to laugh. Like
random. No,
yeah,
I'm just saying, just random shit in a relationship. You can't
yeah.
do that. Mhm.
I be down in here sometimes just laughing myself. My mom be like, "Who downstairs with you?" I be like, "I'm down here by myself. I
Oh,
might be watching something that just be tripping me out." I got to give it to you, Chris Brown or Usher.
and I'm gonna have to go Usher just because I ain't really paid that much attention to Chris Brown. Whatever, he just dances like Michael Jackson. Big fucking deal. I mean,
So why I mean why you say Usher over Chris? I mean, you
oh,
think you just Usher's music is better?
it's just, I mean, hey, the history we have with it, right? We watched them. I mean,
Yeah,
hey,
we watched him as a
come on.
kid grow up.
Can you get with it? Come on now. That
Yeah,
was our
that was our
business.
jam. We
Hey,
bumped the heck out
even
of
though
that.
the instrumental we used to bump, goddamn it. Hey,
Yeah, we
Devontae
bumped
did
the
his
heck out of the
thing.
instrumental.
Yeah, but I just kind of moved out of that space once Chris Brown started being whatever he is, Black Justin Bieber. Uh, yeah, I just hadn't been into it, so I can't speak on him. So I have to go off the top of my
I
head and
seen
say
him in
Usher.
concert though. He do go hard. He do go hard in
Did he
concert though.
dance like
Oh
Michael
man,
Jackson? Did a lot.
man, he danced, but he was able to sing, still sing and do
Okay.
his thing. You know what I mean? I'm talking about he really put on a show. So I was impressed by that.
How much?
But I think I'm with you though. I think Usher. we seen Usher, you know what I mean, go from a little kid into
Yeah,
just like that grown man. You dig what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? He got the
yeah.
soundtrack to some, you know what I mean? You Got It Bad. And oh, come on, man. He
Mhm.
got jams like
Yeah.
you can't miss. I know Chris Brown got jams, maybe to like the younger generation, but man, Usher, he done
How
carried
many
me through
Michael
some things.
yeah, but how many Michael Jackson dances did Chris Brown do when you saw him?
Um, this was his very first album, so he did a lot. So he was basically copying a lot of Michael Jackson. So this was
Okay.
his very first album. It was him and Neo doing a little tour together. And so
So
yeah, he copied a lot of
yeah,
Michael
he
Jackson.
fake ass Michael Jackson.
Well,
Usher
you
ain't
know,
that.
if the Mike is his idol, it's cool.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
but
still fake ass
Usher,
Michael
Mike is
Jackson
still
if he's gonna
Usher.
do it all. If he's gonna do the
But,
same
but
thing, if you're gonna do the same thing the man did, then it ain't like an inspiration, and you out here biting, and that's what it is.
But he
He's
was a
fake
little
ass
kid
Michael.
though. But
Well,
now
he's
as he's
still
older though,
fake
look at
ass
him and
Michael
Usher.
Jackson.
Him and Usher go. But listen, I tell you what, like, well, but then again, Usher is older than him.
Yeah,
But I
see,
tell you right now, on the dance tip, Chris Brown gonna give Usher a run for his money.
yeah. I
You
mean,
know what I'm saying?
Usher is not that far away from me. I got him on like 3 years, man.
Right.
Usher gonna
But I'm
hurt
talking
himself.
about even when Usher was at his top game. If you check out Chris Brown on the dancing tip, Chris is a dog. Like he really do that for real,
All
for real.
right, cool.
But all right, Jada Kiss are fabulous.
Mm, Jada all day long.
Yeah. I ain't, you know what I mean? I think
Jada.
Fabulous got like a nice little flow, but Jada, I
Yeah,
got Jada probably down in my like top five, top 10 at least. I go through my
I
top
mean,
five. He's somewhere in close. You know what I mean? Fab ain't.
Fab always sound like he laying down. Like on his left side. On his left side with a
Yeah,
mic, and he just rapping. I mean, he just rapping into that mic, and he just put the mic down on his
yeah.
bedside table and go to
Like he's
sleep.
like too calm.
Yeah.
But Jada, he'll say some, you know what I mean? I think Fabulous got some nice punchlines, but Jada boy, you know what I mean? You would have to rewind the tape on Jada and be like, okay, what did this dude say? Like, man,
Oh yeah, and
like
that's what it
Jada got
used to be, man. That was what we used to look for. Like, you know what? Something come out. We gonna spend 4 straight days listening to this until we know every goddamn lyric on here. We reading the lyric sheets. We seeing where it was recorded, who got the publishing. You know how we used to do.
mm-hmm.
And we're gonna sit
Who
there and debate
produced
it.
it?
hmm
Yep.
And we're gonna
So
debate it.
let me say, back during their time when they was running, who you give the best run? Cash Money or No Limit?
I guess we gotta say what we mean by the best front. Um, because Cash Money still
That was
isn't done. No Limit, the way Master P was running that machine. I mean, they were dropping that album every month, and they
week,
all wasn't
but
them.
no, every week. Everybody dropped.
Uh,
They dropped a tape
I
every
remember
week.
at least once a month, but if they were,
Man, every week
you
somebody
can't even
dropped.
tell because it was all posse albums, right?
Everybody was on everybody. Everybody was on everybody album.
You just take 22 songs that y'all record because it was like 22, which was a ridiculous amount of songs back there. And we're just gonna slap your name on the top of it and call it your album.
Hey, you see
Um,
Waniac, man. Waniac, when you gonna pop up on the show,
yeah,
dog?
what up, Wayne?
We've been trying to catch up with you, man. We got to get the Seven Deuce
hmm
guys on here. That'll be dope. We get Mark, Paper Paul, get Waniac. You know what I mean? I
No,
was telling him about the story, man. I can't even say his name, but that was telling me like he on with the green, and he said he gonna put everybody on from Seven Deuce. was like, I was like,
what?
you elbowing me to tell me this?
Like,
He said, I got
nah.
weed, man. I got that
Okay.
green now. And tell everybody from Seven Deuce, man. I'm about to put everybody on.
Well,
I said, I don't even want to be put on. Let me holler at G
put
Nice for
on
you
with
though.
what?
Nice
Nah, I'm like,
with
and
weed.
you,
He said he had the green.
you said that shit to me. I was like, what the fuck that got to do with me? Like, I don't have nothing to do with
Right.
no sir. No, sir. I'm like, I don't want to hear anything else about this. This is
I'm gonna give him your
craziness.
number, Waniac. I'm gonna give him your number, Waniac, and let him holler at you. Like, so I'm gonna tell him you be out in Cali, man. You got the real connect
There he
for him.
is.
Yeah,
There it
but yeah,
is.
for sure. Oh, you know
Pipeline.
what? I'm gonna holler at Mark, dog. I'm gonna holler at Marky, man, and let me try to see if we can pull something off, man. And send the link out to Mark, dog, paper, and get Waniac and everybody on there.
Mm,
See how many people we can get from Seven Deuce.
if we can get the elusive bow. But
Man, ain't nobody seen Debo. Debo is
man,
missing
he
in
a
action.
ghost. He just pop up. I told you he'll pop up
Okay,
after
so
like
tell me
four
who else you
months.
think had a better run? Um, Rockefeller or Rough Riders?
Oh, based on output, I mean, I would say definitely Rockefeller.
Hmm.
Rough
I
Riders,
think Rough they
just
had they
giving off
had
the
X and
DMXs,
they
man.
had Eve.
Right. They had X, they had
Yeah,
Eve.
and then Eve came through and Eve did her thing though. You know what I mean? Because Eve had a nice little run, but DMX dropped every time he dropped platinum, triple platinum. You dig what I'm saying? He was doing
Right.
numbers.
Yeah, but the
Wasn't
thing
nobody doing
was,
numbers like X.
all right, he ran his run. He had his Stark and Hell is Hot. Then he came back that next year and dropped one at the beginning and then one at the end of the year. So he was number one album, platinum, same year, right? On it,
Hmm.
Jay, though, come on, Jay alone shoulders everything they were doing over there.
Yeah.
Come on, as he said, he held you down for 6 summers.
Right. And not only that, but then too, Jay also had you see Wayne and G Nice, my dude,
Uh,
has been gone 2 years.
what
But
up, Rainy? You know how to find
um
me, man. You got my number. Get at me.
um
Yeah.
but then remember Jay had Beans came and Beans was going hard. Myth Bleak was
First
doing
album.
pretty decent.
Mm,
Yep. Yeah, I'll give Beans like 2 albums. Listen,
mm.
Debo copped everything that Memphis Bleak had.
Did
You
he?
dig what I'm saying?
Did
Yeah, he
he?
copped everything Memphis Bleak
Oh,
had.
I'm
Yeah, he copped
cataloging that.
everything
I
Memphis
need
had.
to. Yeah, that's gonna be a topic of
Yeah,
discussion. That's
right.
an
I got
that's
to
an
talk to him about
embarrassment to
that.
your
But
CD
yeah,
base.
Beans, and then remember
I don't
what's
even
his
know
other
one
name?
Memphis Bleak
Freeway.
song. You know Memphis
Free. Oh no,
Bleak.
Myth Bleak had some nice. Myth
Who?
Bleak did I.
Give me
He
one.
didn't do what Jay Z thought he was
No,
gonna do,
give me
but
one Bleak
I would
song.
have to think about it. But yeah, I can.
You gotta
Who
think about
Myth
it.
Bleak? Yeah, I know some. I just got to think about him. But
Okay.
yeah, but I'm saying he didn't do what Jay Z thought he was gonna do, but he did I. And then
No, he was a good weed carrier.
who else was on there? Was it Tiara Marie?
Yeah.
Was she on Rockefeller? And
Um.
then what's her name? What's the other lady name that was on Rockefeller? The little skinny chick.
Who you
Emil.
talking about? Oh God, yeah,
Emil.
yeah.
Yeah, Emil. And then she flopped. You dig what
Man,
I'm
wasn't
saying?
nobody
She
buying that
flopped.
shit, man. She sucked.
Look, when
Uh,
they gonna say, I know none. You don't know no Myth Bleak. Myth
exactly.
Bleak is
I
Myth
don't know a
Bleak is
single
what? Myth
one,
Bleak. Yeah, I
man.
mean Myth Bleak, Myth Bleak. No, if you were to listen to one of
Memphis
the CDs,
Bleak was
Myth
a
Bleak
weed
got some, bro.
carrier. He was a weed carrier.
Man, listen, bro. They'll kill you about Myth Bleak. Don't talk about
Who
Myth Bleak,
will?
man.
Where?
Marcy, boy.
Where?
Marcy Projects.
Where do I have to
Marcy
go
Projects, boy.
to find somebody that's gonna be upset about me saying something about Memphis Bleak? I want to
the,
because this
the
is
whole Marcy
interesting. I
Projects,
want to be
bro.
like, for real, like,
Man, you
really,
about to make me look up some Myth Bleak stuff, bro. Myth Bleak got jams, man.
man. When
I,
you
I
do,
just I just forgot him because he ain't dropped in so long though.
hey,
But
don't
then
sleep.
remember Freeway? Freeway
Freeway.
he had
You know
like a
what? Freeway is nothing but old school Meek Mill.
yeah. Remember that's your chick with Missy Elliott? Is that your chick? Is that your chick with Missy Elliott? That was Myth Bleak's song. Then he
Man,
had that one round here with him and Ti and Trick Daddy.
nobody heard that song before. When
Yeah,
you heard that,
man.
I have never heard that song. And no, don't play that shit. You mean just if you want me to do something about it, just send it to me in text, and I will go
Boy, look,
back
he
and
got
do it.
18 million fifth.
Who gives a shit?
No, that was a jam though. He did have a jam round here with Ti and Trick Daddy.
Okay, well, I'm happy.
Round here, we riding clean around here,
So,
round here. Then he had that. Is that your chick?
so are
Yeah,
you
Myth Bleaks had
disputing?
some. He had some hits.
Are you disputing the fact that I said that Freeway is just old Meek Mill?
I'm just saying, Free Will first album was cool.
I mean, all they do is shout.
He got, but I'm saying, so we comparing Rough Riders to Rockefeller.
That was just
Nicole
an
tried to say
outside
Rough
thing.
Riders,
Okay.
right? Nicole said Rough Riders, but Rough Riders didn't have more people that had more jams than Rockefeller.
Mm-mm.
Rockefeller least they
Like
they
I
camp
said,
was they was
Jay
eating.
Jay
They,
alone Jay
But
alone.
listen, they
Yeah,
did have the locks though. You remember Rough Rider signed the locks, and the locks
yeah.
was doing numbers. Locks was doing good. Yeah,
Well,
D
that was
block. Then they
after,
did the D block.
but that's just because they didn't want to do the shiny suits anymore. So they didn't even. It wasn't like they
Facts.
started with them. So
They
they
went and got him off. They went and got him off the label with Puff. They went and
Of
got him off
course.
Bad Boy.
Exactly. So
Right.
what do we have? We have the one album from the Locks that did moderate numbers. We have Eve's first two.
They had your guy on there. You remember your guy,
No, that sounds like some
Dragon.
bullshit. No, I knew he was gonna be man. I dare you. I need somebody to name one Dragon song. Jesus, he was in the way.
Drag on. Hey,
That dude
Wayniac,
was
he
in
was
the
with
way,
Drag
man.
on, bro.
Nah,
He
that
had all
dude.
Drag on CDs.
Nah, that dude was in the way.
Man, yeah.
He was that
He
little
was in the
cousin.
movie.
He was that little cousin that
He
you
was in the
know you
movie with
got left
DMX
with
though.
while all the grown people went out. You gotta watch your little cousin. Be like, we record the album. I want to cover record an album. I'm gonna tell him you didn't let me. That's Drag On.
But yeah, Dragon was over there. Dragon, Locks, E, and X. Who
What do
else?
you say? No
That
one
was it.
outshined DMX. What you mean? Over there, uh, Rough Riders? Yeah, nobody did. But I'm telling you, on
No. But are
Rockefeller,
you saying
yo,
Wayniac? Are you saying compared to like him and Jay Z? Are you saying that he did sell more than Jay Z? The albums did, but Jay Z still was more consistent. He did the 1 year. DMX had the 1 year where he dropped and he
the
made
two,
history with
right?
like going number one.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, he did that. But when you talk about longevity, okay, give me your artist on longevity. Who you think got the longest longevity in the game, and that still could be relevant.
In the rap game,
Right.
so relevant is a weird thing because relevant to who? You know, these kids or that you would still want to listen to right now. If they were like, we dropping tomorrow, would you listen
Wayniak
to?
said LL. Man, if you don't get out of here,
Man, what kind of
ain't nobody
bullshit is
listening.
that? LL.
That's why you got to be on the show, bro. We ain't going for this. You
That's
gotta get on this. You gotta get on the show
uh,
with that, bro. You
that's
can't
a
just do that, man.
that's absurd.
Listen,
Like,
let me throw one out here to you, and just because I just seen
oh,
him, yeah,
okay,
Scarface. You
that's fair, Wayne.
I definitely go Scarface. I'll go
That's
Scarface, but I'll give you one that's even better. I'm gonna give you two that's over there. E40 still relevant,
oh,
and I just heard some new stuff by Too Short that was dope.
all
That Too
right.
Short just did, and I'm talking about man, he went crazy on it. And he it ain't like his lyric content is just so dope, but he
No,
just
it's
started
the
telling
way
some
he
truths,
is.
and it was just like
Now
it's just
I
because of who
stay
he is, and he's like, man, I've been
yeah,
in.
I stay current on 40. And he ain't letting
Hmm.
up. I mean,
He ain't never let me down.
he no, and he
He
never
ain't
let
never let me
well,
down, bro.
okay. Um, when he got into the whole little hyphy thing,
Yeah,
that kind of got on my nerves after a while. It's like, all right, it all
but
sounds
it
the
was a
same.
movement out there though. It was
I
a
get
movement out
it,
there.
but it's just like
Yeah,
Jesus.
it was a movement.
And like I
I thought
can't
you didn't
listen
believe in God. Like if you don't
to
believe in God, you just like what happened? He made you think about the Lord.
like what is this? Like I'm just like, come on, man, you can't keep doing album after album with these four
Hyphy.
beats, man.
Tell me which way
Um,
to go. Which way
yeah,
to go?
tell me when to go.
Yeah,
And but then he
yeah.
kind of fell into um, it's a little bit of nepotism. You know, he has a son doing some beats for him, and some of that shit's cool. But some of it, you like, yo, that that's the same beat.
But I know one thing.
You
He
just
dropped
went
some
down an
stuff. I
octave
want
on
to
the
say
drums. I
he
mean,
just did some
40s.
stuff like I want to say about 2 years ago. That was dope.
Oh,
It was an
yeah.
album. I can't think of what the name of it was, but my man Transy had it in a joint, and I listened to the whole
Uh,
thing. I was like, damn, it was banging. Like he had some nice stuff on there. But they getting ready to drop some stuff pretty soon. As I was looking at it, Short Dog had that one little song that I seen a little video to. It was like
no,
he ain't missing a beat. Like far as
hey,
his
that Mount
longevity and the
Westmore suck.
respect that people got for
That Mount
him.
Westmore
Yeah,
suck. Did you listen to that?
they did a whole album.
Yeah,
I just heard one song. I heard that song
that's
when they
probably
was
it.
all trying to split the verses up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
probably enough. You good?
yeah. That's it. That's it.
That's all.
Like
Nah, don't even
Right.
bother, man. I mean, if you want to waste your time and you's doing nothing else, but go ahead and do it. But otherwise, I was like, come on, y'all, come on.
So Waniac, you really feel like LL can drop like right now and be sufficient? Because I don't think LL did nothing like
I don't,
lately that was really hard.
I don't. I think LL forgot
Yeah,
to rap how to rap. It's been so long.
no, I don't think he. Well, you know, what I mean, he's. I don't know what he's gonna do though. I mean, I bet you
He
if
he
somebody
ain't
dissed him, I
interested.
bet you he can come back
Yeah, he probably should just leave
because he's a
it
good battle rapper.
alone. Well, yeah, but I mean, dude, you're like late
But the
50s.
greatest run of
Just
longevity
don't be
is
trying
Jay
to
Z.
beef. Oh,
Is Jay
and
Z.
you know what? Hold on. Nope, we wrong on that.
Who better
Andre,
than Jay Z that dropped and was relevant? But he
Andre.
don't drop consistently.
But
He
if
don't
he
drop
did,
consistently.
I know. But whenever he pop up, it matters, right?
Right.
I
You
mean,
did you hear the stuff that he did with Kendrick Lamar and J Cole on their album, the
I
new
did
one that
not
they just
listen to
dropped?
that one. I gotta go pull that. I've been
Oh,
meaning to.
he went crazy again. Yeah, listen, he listen. 3,000 ain't no joke, boy.
He
I'm
never
talking about
is.
man. It's like
He never is. He ain't been a
so. Like if Outkast was to drop like right now, they'll shut stuff down. They'll shut
yeah.
it down.
He ain't been a slouch since
Yeah,
'94 at
yeah.
all, and he don't have
But
to
I'm
do it. He just jump
talking,
out here,
but
and when he do,
consistently going, Jay all day,
oh yeah, and he the
every
same way
time.
right now. Yeah, every
Yeah,
time he step forward, it's gonna be that
he getting ready to drop a
run the
new one. I think
numbers.
he got something coming this
Yeah,
summer.
they were
Yep, I
saying
think he
that
got
he getting
something
ready to
coming
drop.
this summer too.
Yeah,
Yeah, Waniac said 3,000 kills everybody on their own track.
absolutely.
Yep.
And they be great. They be
You-
thankful for it too. Like, please come
yeah,
destroy me on
like
my song.
come on and bless it.
Thank
Like
you.
Jay Z said, he said I might call 3,000 just a while on it. You dig what I'm saying? Like when you call 3,000, you know what he gonna do, boy. You know what I mean? He ain't about that.
No,
It's
that
like man,
man's
I want.
serious.
But they said he weird though, Waniac. Waniac. They said man, he be showing up in like random spots playing the Coleco. What is that little
Oh
bitty
yeah,
guitar?
that's what they had been on.
Yeah. He said
Yeah,
J Cole up next.
did you watch the documentary or the discussion, the Rick Rubin with Andre?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he was discussing how he's just been picking up random instruments at like resales and all that, and then he just come home and learn how to play them. Um,
Right.
I'm sure the dude got some heat back. It's probably different, but you know what? We were all thrown off when we first heard. Hey, I was like, "The fuck is this?" Straight.
You
I'm like,
really got it. Oh, you
I'm
really
like,
got it.
they're like, we have a new song by Outkast, and I'm like, oh shit, turn it up, and then that happened, and I was like, dude, I was sitting in the parking lot of a Circuit City when I heard that song. I remember in Chicago when I heard that damn song for the first time. I was like, no, I I don't understand. But when I
Then when you seen the
started
video,
to well, but when got the album and I started to live with it, and I was like, yo, this is grown man rap. He ushered in the level of grown man rap. Nobody
right?
before that was being forthcoming with the different emotions that we go through as we continue to grow out of that, right? And nobody was talking about that. Everything was fuck these bitches, shooting, all this shit. That's all it was. And then Andre was just like, you
Mm-hmm.
know what? I'm gonna go all the way through all the steps of a relationship in one album.
Mm-hmm.
And it was grown people respecting that. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was super dope.
So he went.
Waniac said, J. Cole. But nah, he can't win in
Nah,
longevity
I
because
mean
he
he
ain't
been
dropped
around.
nothing.
He's
What up,
saying
K
he
Still?
up
K Still,
next.
K Dot just
What
showed
up?
up. He's saying J. Cole is up next. Yeah, but Common was nice back then and now. Yeah, yeah, Common,
Yeah,
I
he's
give it to
nice.
him. His lyrics has always been cool.
Yeah,
You
he
know what I
always
mean?
been
His lyrics
solid.
has always been cool. But I mean, Common ain't never dropped nothing that made me just want to go check for it. You know what I mean? Ain't okay. If I hear it
Yeah.
and it's cool, then yeah, but I ain't
Not
finna go
not since he was
buy
common sense.
it.
All right.
Jay Z said, I ain't been rapping like common sense. He said, I sold 4 mil and I ain't been rapping common sense. Like straight up. Like for real.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said roses do smell like
Do
he
do.
talking about 3,000.
Mm, mm.
Yeah. But yeah. So 3,000. I think that if he was to drop like right now, he would still be right there. You're gonna have to respect his lyrics. You're gonna have to respect his flow.
Hmm.
It would just be good because he can switch his style up. He can do whatever he want to do with it. You know what I mean? And so it's like, yeah.
He right up there with the,
But
a few others that require that you dissect what they say. You're not going to listen to it once. You're not going to listen to it five
yeah,
times, maybe even 10, and get everything that's thrown in there. And that's what it's supposed to be about. It's got to cycle through music, and it's very,
also, are
very
y'all naming off
topical.
Common songs? Case still said the light by
Nah,
Common. Then
or they're
Nicole said
going back and
prototype.
forth. They're going back and forth between out Andre and Common. But
Yeah, the
yeah,
light was by Common. That was dope.
yeah.
You might be right, Wayniak. The music ain't on his level. You know what I mean? Today the music ain't on his level. That's probably but they just said he just
But
doing weird stuff, bro. They saying,
no,
man, like
no.
he popping up to like you know what I mean, like open mic nights and you know what I mean, doing poetry slams and just
How is that
playing his little
weird though?
ukulele.
How is
Ukulele.
that
No,
weird
no, I'm
though?
talking about like the ukulele. Like just randomly walking around playing the ukulele. Just saying like he just in like not weird in a way like it's weird bad, but like weird as if I don't want to rap no more. Like I'm done with that type of my life. My
I,
life, I just want to do,
I
like you
don't
said, picking up
yeah,
instruments, learning how to play them.
I don't think that he's done with rap. He hasn't, their sound shifted so much. Pretty much every album Outkast had, their sound was drastically different than it was before. And I
Right.
think for him to be motivated, he needs to be able to come in and bring something different. He's not interested in what's current. I mean, there are so many instruments out there, man, that you can grab and grab a little bit of a sound from and make it something entirely different that nobody else is doing. I feel like Andre is waiting until he has that. I mean, Big Boy gonna be consistent, you know, but overall, you know what to expect from Big Boy. You know what to expect from a Big Boy album. It may sound a little different,
Hmm.
but subject matter, all of this, but you have no idea what Andre 3000 is gonna bring to you ever.
Well, y'all check out that new J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, the
I'm gonna do
Millennials
that.
Folklore. He's got a jam on there with them. You dig what I'm
Okay.
saying? And man, he
I'm
snapped
gonna
out
pull it
again.
down.
He
I'm
snapped
gonna
out
pull it
again.
down
Yep.
always.
Right.
Yeah.
There
Well,
go
shit.
Nicole, still on Common. Like Common is not in the race, Nicole. He's cool, but I think you're the only one that'll buy him. You know what I mean? You're the only one that's gonna buy him, Nicole.
Yeah,
We ain't buying Common. We talking about like longevity. And I used to love her.
yeah. That was that was
Who do you got
decent.
for longevity, Nicole? You got to bring up somebody like that still used to rap back then that can drop today, and that you saying you gonna download it right now as soon as it come out. I'm not downloading Common. You downloading Common? Nope.
I
I'm
I
not
he ain't
downloading
even
Common.
I'm not even gonna pull him up on Tidal because he ain't gonna fuck up my algorithm. Next thing you know,
He dope
all
though.
they keep doing
Common
is
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 dope.
suggesting common songs to me, and I'm just like, nah, that ain't what I want to do.
I think Common is cool. I don't know.
I
He got
mean,
to find
I don't
himself.
have anything to say against the dude. I'm just saying that
He
he
said
ain't
his
no hot
face.
pick. Yeah,
K still said face.
there we
Scarface.
are. Yeah,
Yep. But
face.
Scarface can drop like right now, and he's still gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
No new, not good. What does that mean, Nicole? No new, not good.
Mm,
We don't know. All
I,
right, man. I'm gonna go to the gym, my
yeah,
dude.
we gotta shut it down. We over half an hour over. This means that we were having a
Yeah,
great
yeah.
conversation.
We just
So,
talking and chopping it up.
and
It
that's
is
what
what
we're
it
supposed to
is,
do,
man.
and that's what it's supposed to
Wayne got
be.
okay, but see, you see what I'm saying? Did you see what Nicole did? Now she gonna say Biggie.
That doesn't even
We no,
that doesn't even apply.
Nicole,
The man is dead.
Nicole. We
We
are we
we
saying
talking
Biggie.
about
We
current.
saying Common. We saying people that's still alive, that's been rapping probably since the '90s or maybe even the '80s, like Short Dog
Yeah,
was. You did and can still drop right now today and would be hot.
and that's not
Biggie
Biggie.
ain't gonna give you nothing today. Biggie
That's
ain't finna
not
give you
Biggie.
nothing
No,
today.
Biggie ain't gonna give
No.
you nothing
Yeah,
tomorrow either. Biggie busy. Biggie calendar book.
Biggie busy.
Yeah.
Biggie busy.
He busy.
What Biggie doing? What Big doing?
Hey, I don't know, whatever it do, but he ain't what he ain't doing is dropping no albums. So
Right,
that's that. He
right.
got other
Dropping them.
activities. His calendar is blocked.
I can
So
dig it. Okay,
he
man. We had an hour
yeah,
30.
I gotta
Listen, man.
drop
I
off,
love
man.
y'all.
I don't.
Yeah. What? You was just adamant about saying that, wasn't you?
Well,
All
come
right,
on,
man.
man.
Listen.
That was your thing. Nah, I do love y'all.
All right. Do you? That didn't even sound sincere. He said Nas for real is the only one that's still hot. Yeah,
Well,
but but
that's a
here's the
whole
thing
other
though, Wayne, because he,
conversation. I don't.
yeah, you'll open up a can of worms with that. He dropped again, but it's just like
it-
I ain't checking for
Look,
Nas really.
the last album he dropped
The
before this
Kings, the
live
Kings,
one.
what? It just dropped
King, no, this is a live one that dropped the other day. King Disease. What was
just
it?
the other
2?
day,
Yeah, last week. It was a
last
live
week.
album. Yeah, he
That's the
had
one he did
another
at
one before
Market
that.
Square.
No, this one. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure
It
exactly
was
where he
live.
do it. It's a live album.
Yep. I think if you look it up, I think it was at Madison Square Garden, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Shit, I don't care.
I
I
think
ain't
so.
listened to it,
Yep.
so
Right.
I ain't interested. I mean,
Wayne the only one to listen to it,
yeah,
man.
he disappointed
Wayne,
me on
you
that
know.
last one. I'm like, I can't. He had like one cut on there that I fucks with the last one, but I was just like, yo, I get it, man, but that ain't. That's not what I'm trying to do.
my my life is going in a different direction right now.
Yeah,
Like
like
I don't want to hear a
yo,
bunch of big words and foolish talk.
not even
Like don't
that.
nobody
Like
want to
this shit,
listen to.
it's irritating. Like I can't. I don't have
But see,
time to
he
sit
does
and
the same
dissect.
thing where he's painting a picture, and I get it.
Hmm.
Nas is a real lyricist,
Right.
but my man says we don't believe you. You need more
More
people.
people.
Like man, we don't. Yeah, we don't need. I don't want to. Never
I
mind.
mean, he
That's
just
you, Wendy. Come on here and defend yourself, bro. With that, man, you got to come on here and defend yourself. We're gonna send you the link next week, man. We go on Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. Where you at? You in Cali? Because that might be like 5 o'clock for you if you out there. I seen him somewhere. He was out there in Cali on a bike the other day. You seen him? Like, what is you doing out there, bro?
shit.
Driving around. I seen all kind of
SoCal.
stuff going on. Let us know. We're gonna send you a link, man. We're gonna holler at you next week. I love you, G Nice. Don't Bear Truth is gone. Ball head